Bandit here, bandit here. I'm gonna get right into this. Because I've been doing a lot of pondering, a lot of thinking. It's a lot going on right now. People they don't want to address things. So I'm gonna address it. There's a word going around called misogyny. And you're a misogynist and all that. Let me tell you something. That's just a word that they throw at men when a man is trying to say true statements about women in general. I want to elaborate on the Andrew Tate thing when he was saying about property. Yeah, as you know, I'm not the kind of guy that put other people's content on mine. I just elaborate on what was said, during certain interviews, and you can look up the interview for yourself. The Andrew Tate Piers Morgan interview. You can go look it up for yourself. I'm not one of those ones that want to put, clips of other people's content on mine because I don't think it's really that serious to be trying to put people clips up. You can go look up the information for yourself. I'm just giving my opinion on it. And I think it's more than my opinion because when the bandit speaks, I speak truth and fact. And when I say something, it is fact, whether you like it or not. So let's talk on this misogyny and property issue. I was married for about 10 years. And during that 10 years, I was responsible for my wife. Meaning that I paid the bills. And the bills consisted of this: rent or mortgage, light, gas, water, the cars. If I still owe payment on the cars, had to pay that. Had to pay insurance for both cars. Okay. The kids had to pay for school clothes, shoes, food, health insurance for the whole family. All right. Any dues that need to be paid for the schools they went to, I had to pay that. All right. Plus, I had to pay for when my wife wanted to go out, when she wanted to go shopping, vacations. My wife didn't work. My wife didn't have a career. It was all on me. So you damn right. Her, the house, the kids are my property. Now, they were my property. They were my property because I was responsible for them. I had to pay. Anything went wrong, I had to solve it. Any danger came along, I had to be there. I had to be there to protect. So you damn right. They all were my property because I was responsible for them. But Piers Morgan made it look like the man was like Andrew Tate was talking about chattel slavery. And that's far from the truth. And it's disingenuous. It's disingenuous for him to sit there and say, well, you acting like she chattel slavery. No, it's not chattel slavery. It's responsibility. And he kept talking about a loving marriage is a loving relationship where you're just loving. That's false. A marriage is made up of a few things: responsibility, honor, duty. The man and the woman have a role to play. And as long as the woman is playing her lane and he's playing his lane, it meshes beautifully. But see, what they're trying to say is the man should be responsible for securing her and protecting her while she do what she want to do. Complete freedom to either make a decision to just destroy the family at will, And I call BS on that because a man's job as a leader is to make sure that the woman don't destroy the family. That's why the man should lead. That's why the man is in charge. Because women wake up different every day. They're emotionally driven by how they feel in the present moment. Where a man is thinking 5, 6, 7, 8 steps ahead. Because he know those bills are coming in every month. He knows she's going to wake up with an attitude about a dream or something that been on her mind for weeks, but she ain't said nothing to you, and now you're wondering why this woman looking at you all crazy. And all you've been doing is going to work and getting out in the world, fighting that world, and taking care of responsibilities. But see, the government don't want that. Let me tell you how they destroyed the black family. The black family was destroyed simply by this. You take the man out the home and you subsidize that woman. Give her the money. She will spend it. She will not save it. Especially if she knows that that money is coming every month. You have to understand, women are meant to be taken care of. They're adults. They are adults. You don't supposed to beat a woman, mistreat a woman. You don't supposed to do any of that stuff. That ain't what I'm trying to say. You don't supposed to be whipping a woman and slapping a woman, and no violence to a woman. Like I said, the man and the woman they play a different role. Okay? A man is more conservative with his money because a man got to go out there and fight and work hard to get that money. A man is thinking 10, 11, 12 steps ahead. He sees the future because he's paying. A real man have a plan. So he sees the future. The woman don't. She's being taken care of by a man. She don't see the cost analysis. She don't see all that. All she knows is what she wants and when she wants it and how you going to get it for her. Number 2, the black family was ruined when they took religion out the school. They took God out. They started with the school. Then the kids stopped having respect for God. And as those kids grew up and had children, God was never introduced in the home. You understand? It's kind of like the sexual revolution in the 60s. They didn't want to do what their parents was doing. Well, guess what? The kids of today don't want that of the parents of the past. That's why you can get Lil Nas X right now. He can dance on the devil in hell and nobody bats an eye. But if I say something about how a woman's supposed to act and how she's supposed to carry herself, I'm misogynistic. They'll say Lil Nas X got talent. They'll say Lizzo got talent. She can dress, half dress. She can promote obesity. She can promote bad, healthy lifestyle. No problem. I get up here and tell you, men, how a woman should be towards you, how a woman should conduct herself in public. I am shunned and shamed for that. I can be banned for saying how a woman's supposed to be. How she's supposed to conduct herself as a lady. All of society should be on my side with that. But no. No. And you have Chicago drill rap. You have the South, the way they rap. It's all death. It's all about murder. It's all about killing each other. Where the brotherhood at? Where's the brotherhood? If you say something about it, they call you a snitch. But I ain't killed nobody. I have not killed one brother in my life. Not one. But if I try to protect another brother from murder, from death, I'm a snitch. But the ones that's committing the murder and death on society, and the so-called black community, those are the people they protect. The black family dynamic is gone. Black women don't even have respect for black men at all as a whole. You have a few black women out there that love their husband, that have a sense of tradition and morality. But that's not what's being pushed. They don't push those black women. They don't push them in the forefront to say, this is how a black woman's supposed to be. No. And the government is in on it. Because every time I walk into a Walmart, a Family Dollar, a Dollar Tree, or any side store, there's always some black girl with glue, pink, blue, green hair with an attitude serving me. I don't even eat at fast food restaurants. I'm a man that, I like to think that I'm kind of spoiled, but it's not that I'm spoiled. I just like good food, and I don't want to be served garbage. But if you go to these fast food restaurants, what do you see? You see a bunch of ignorant children with attitudes handling the food that you're about to devour. How does that make sense to you, that somebody who had an attitude, and then you had these black women get into full-fledged fights, breaking things because their fries are cold, or they didn't ask for mayo? Why there's mayo on my sandwich? Or I asked for cheese. So they'll actually go in and fight somebody that's preparing them food. The whole black dynamic is crashing down. And you know why? It's because men, black men particularly, are not allowed to be fathers. They're not allowed to be men. Only thing we're allowed to do is to pay. That's your job. You are a tool and a wallet. That's why when I want to have fun, I take my passport and I go overseas and I have a great time. I don't have to hear all this misery and all this crap. I am treated like the man that I am when I go abroad. But here, this whole system is made up. You got these young men and women out here fighting and dying over money that don't even, it's meaningless. How are you fighting over some money that the government is printing every day? It's the dollar is inflated. It means nothing. You got stacks of money on these TikTok videos and YouTube, and you got all this money on Instagram. That is tissue paper. The government will print as much money as possible for y'all to go out there and kill each other over tissue paper. Those $100 bills mean nothing. It's not backed by nothing. It's worthless. The only reason that money means something is because they say it means something. It's not backed by anything. You want $100,000 in cash? Okay, they can print it. But what do you have to do to get it? You got to go out there and work your ass off and still might not get it. You got to invent a product, okay, that's going to sell. Or you got to go out here and make a rap song being obscene to your own people and murder your own people to have some paper dollars that the government print for nothing. How is that a fair game? You out here giving work. You're going to work and physically bringing labor to an economy, and the government prints paper. No risk on the line. And then they send you a bill every month saying that you owe them after your hard work. And if you don't pay them, guess what? You're going to get some silver bracelets or get more fees added on to that bill that they send you. But you, black man, any man, I don't care, because it's not about color with me. I'm part of the people game. I believe if we start looking at ourselves as a people, we'll be better than looking at ourselves as black or white or brown and all that crap. See, the elites at the top keep us arguing about semantics. Oh, he's brown. Oh, he's black. I'm disenfranchised. Well, I'm a victim. I'm in a protected class. No, we are a people being herded and cattled to nowhere. Nowhere. They say it don't make sense if it don't make dollars. Let me tell you something about those dollars. It's meaningless because they can print it's everlasting on how much money they can print. But you got to get yourself up and actually put labor on the line. You got to go work and put your life in jeopardy to make a fake dollar. And what I'm saying is this. I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying that, you can live without money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you about the game and how it's rigged. When you have a government that can print money at its discretion and then add interest rates on it, and the money is deflating. Inflate, my bad, inflate. It's just inflated. Inflation. Your dollar means nothing. Your work means something. The work you put in, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours a day working towards this fugazi. And they sit up there in Congress. They sit up there in Washington. And they wear their suits and go home to Martha's Vineyard. Or whatever suburb they live in, wherever they live. They're living comfortably. They get up every morning. They put their suit or their little business suit on. The female put her little business suit on. They have no wear and tear in their hands, pressure on their shoulders, nowhere. They go in and they just do this. They just sign crap. They make laws for you to keep getting up every day and go to work and break your back for a fugazi. But you're going to tell me I'm a misogynist because I say my wife and kids is my property? You're damn right they're my property if I'm responsible for them. Andrew Tate didn't say it. He didn't clarify it on Piers Morgan. Well, I'm going to clarify it for him. Yes, if I'm responsible, you're my property. You belong to me until you leave, which my ex-wife did leave. She took me to court and she divorced me. She was no longer my property nor my responsibility. Now she's another man's responsibility, and I'm fine with that. But guess what? I don't have to pay her nothing because she don't belong to me anymore. Now you get what I'm saying? I'm not a misogynist. I'm a realist. Anything, man, that you're responsible for and got to take care of, and that's under your tutelage, is your property. Because you got to protect it. You got to keep it safe. This is not slavery I'm talking about. This is responsibility and duty and honor. And what they're trying to do is make an emotional statement. And I don't speak from emotional statements. I speak from logic. And the logic is, and I'm going to end this video with this. If you're responsible for something and it's under you, it's your property. And when things go wrong, I'm going to look at you. Bandit out.